Okay, let's go.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're getting straight into the Open Championship 2025. We're cutting through, all the noise, all the latest action to bring you the really important stuff, our mission, to really understand the big shifts, the key stories coming out of Royal Portrush, especially after moving day.
And what a moving day it turned out to be. I mean, for anyone maybe newer to golf, that third round Saturday, it's crucial, right? It's where players make those big jumps.
Exactly. Setting up for Sunday. And right now, everyone's talking about Scotty Scheffler, world number one, and he's built this commanding four-stroke lead.
Yeah, it's huge.
So the big question, the one bouncing around Royal Portrush, is just, can anyone actually catch him? Can anyone challenge that lead going into the final round? Feels a bit like we're watching something inevitable unfold.
Well, it's dominance. It was something else. He started Saturday just one shot ahead, pretty tight.
Right.
And by the end of the day, he'd stretched it to 4. His round was just so controlled. A 4 under 67 gets him to 14 under overall.
And that included an eagle and a couple of key birdies.
Yeah, exactly. Those moments just kept building his momentum, pushing him further ahead.
I heard some sources mentioned maybe a little flicker of nerves early on, something about a missed putt. How did he snap back into control so fast after that?
It really shows his mental game, doesn't it?
Yeah.
He missed a shortish one on the par 5.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, for some guys, that could be an unraveling point. But Scheffler, he just resets, takes full control back almost immediately.
Yeah.
The big swing was the par 5 7th. He eagles that, then turns around and birdies the 8th.
Wow.
And boom, suddenly he's too clear. And honestly, from that point on, he just looked completely solid. Never really looked like giving anything back.
And that stat about the 16th hole, calamity. He's birdied it all 3 days on that hole.
Yeah, calamity. That par 3, I mean, it lives up to the name. Elevated green, bunkers everywhere. Yeah. It's designed to cause trouble. For him to birdie it 3 days running, that tells you everything about his precision right now. It's just dialed in.
It really does. And then there's that statistic, the one that just hangs over everything.
Wow.
Scheffler hasn't lost a 54-hole lead in his last 9 events. 9 times he's had the lead going into Sunday, 9 times he's won.
It's incredible.
When you hear that, what does it say about Sunday? I mean, is the claret jug basically his already? Is it just inevitable?
Well, look, it's more than just a streak, right? It points to this immense psychological strength. He seems almost immune to that final round pressure, or at least he processes it differently.
How so?
You listen to his comments after the round, he's all about execution, patience. He said he made a couple nice par saves, feels he was hitting it really nice. It's very methodical.
Almost robotic, some people say.
Yeah, that's the word some use. It's like this calm focus. He manages to sort of externalize the pressure, focus purely on his process, his swing, his strategy. It's what champions do. They don't just get leads, they close them out.
Right. But, okay, while Scheffler looks, almost untouchable, it was moving day. And there were definitely some movers out there, people trying to chase him down.
Oh, absolutely. You can't just hand him the trophy yet.
So let's talk about the chasing pack. Haton Lee is the closest right now, 4 shots back at 10 under.
Rosna's been really solid. Impressively consistent, actually. Back-to-back 67s on Friday and Saturday.
And he had that bogey-free run earlier, too.
Yeah, went 28 holes without a bogey earlier in the week. On Portrush, that's serious golf. It shows incredible precision, that mental resilience you need. It's exactly the kind of steady play required when you're trying to hunt down someone like Scheffler.
Okay, then. Behind Lynn, we've got Matt Fitzpatrick, solo third at 9 under. He had that great 66 in round 2. Said he felt like every facet of his game was clicking.
Yeah, Fitz was flying then.
But round 3 sounded a bit more up and down. He was tied for the lead briefly, then fell back. I remember hearing he missed a short birdie putt late in round 2 as well. A bit of a mixed bag.
It seems that way. Fitzpatrick, when his game is firing, especially the irons and putting, he's world class. That round 2 showed his ceiling. The challenge now, I think, is just maintaining that level, especially on the greens under Sunday pressure.
Yeah.
But, okay, this is where it gets really interesting.
Rory McIlroy.
His Saturday was pure drama. That 5 under 66, he just catapulted him up the board. He's tied 4th now at 8 under.
And that eagle putt on 12.
Wow.
56 feet. The place must have erupted.
Oh, it was electric. Absolutely phenomenal moment. You could feel the energy through the screen.
But even Rory, it wasn't all smooth sailing, was it? He dropped his first bogey in ages on the 11th after some bizarre thing with a second ball.
Yeah, really weird incident. A stray ball bounced out from near his stance just as he was hitting it, cost him a shot, broke a run of 24 bogey-free holes.
And his driving. Wasn't that a struggle earlier in the week? Like, really off?
Oh, yeah. Round one was brutal for him off the tee. He hit only, 14% of fairways, ranked near the very bottom in strokes gained, off the tee.
Right. And for our listeners, strokes gained. Off the tee basically measures how good your drives are compared to everyone else. So near the bottom is not good.
Not good at all, especially at Portrush with that rough.
So how is he even in contention? How do you scramble your way to 8 under when you're struggling that much with the driver? Is it just sheer talent?
It's partly that, yes. Incredible talent, his recovery game, his iron play when he is in position, his putting, they've been outstanding. He finds ways, and crucially, he bounces back, doesn't let mistakes linger.
And the crowd.
The home crowd factor, yes. That's going to be massive on Sunday. He'll have all of Northern Ireland behind him, you feel like.
He said himself, I feels like he's given myself half a chance.
Exactly. He believes it. He said his game is good enough to make a run. And you combine that belief with the roar of that crowd.
Yeah.
Look, it's not a stat, but it's powerful. It could be a huge, maybe immeasurable advantage.
Okay, so beyond Rory, there are others right there at 8 under with him. Moving Day saw some real charges.
Definitely. Tyrrell Hatton's there. He had that amazing hole-out eagle on the 8th. Flew it right in from the fairway.
And he said he doesn't even feel like he's played his best yet.
Yeah, which is kind of scary, right? Suggests he might have another gear. Then you've got Chris Gotterup.
The guy who just won the Scottish Open last week.
The very same. Riding a wave of form. He also eagled the 12th on Saturday. He's clearly feeling good about his game, carrying that momentum straight into the major. He's at 8 under too.
And don't forget the defending champion, Xander. He's lurking, isn't he? Solo 8th at 7 under.
Quietly lurking, yeah. But he shot 66 on Saturday, same as Rory. 2 eagles in that round for Xander.
Plus, he's made the cut in all 4 majors this year. That consistency is just, it's rock solid.
Huge tell, as you say.
Yeah.
Then there's Dustin Johnson. What a turnaround for him.
Right. He shot 67 Saturday, bogey-free, his best major round in over a year.
Yep. And remember, he only just made the cut. Needed 3 birdies in his last 4 holes on Friday just to play the weekend. And now he's saying his game is trending in the right direction. That jump from the cut line into contention, that's pure grit.
And speaking of resilience, Bryson DeChambeau started with a 78.
Yeah, a disaster start. But then bounces back with that thrilling 65 in round 2.
Followed by a solid 68 on Saturday. He must be thinking what if about that first round, but still.
He said he was a bit disappointed about what could have been, but also proud of the resilience. And you have to be. It's a masterclass in mental toughness, not letting one shocker ruin your whole week.
And one more story that really caught my eye, Lee Westwood, 52 years old.
Incredible, isn't it?
Ties the lowest back 9 score in Open history. At 29, 6 birdies.
6 under 29 on the back 9 at Royal Portrush. Just wow. That's pure magic from a veteran. Moved him all the way up to 3 under. Amazing stuff.
It really is. And, you know, all these scores, these charges, they happen despite the course. Royal Portrush itself has been a huge factor. What's your take on how it's played, even with some decent weather?
Well, the scoring's been possible, clearly. But make no mistake, this course has teeth. Serious teeth. The descriptions from players, you hear about the thick rough, the deep bunkers, the greens having so much slope.
Yeah, that rough sounds brutal. It's so hard to control the ball if you miss the fairway.
Exactly.
Yep.
Any slight miss is punished severely. It demands accuracy.
And we talked about Calamity, the 16th, how tough that is. But even other holes, tricky pins. I saw a joke about the greenkeepers on the 5th, the drivable par 4, needing to be fired for the pin position.
Yeah, they definitely test every aspect. It's not just about hitting it far. It's about precision, strategy, dealing with those slopes and runoffs. It demands constant mental focus.
And on top of all that, there were mentions of slow play again.
Seems so, yeah. Heard Mark Leishman joked it felt like they were out there for 12 hours.
Oof. That just adds another layer of mental fatigue, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. Patience becomes key, not just shot to shot, but just waiting around. It's another test.
Okay, let's shift gears slightly. Amidst all the grinding, there was some real moments of magic, some cool stats popping up.
Definitely. That hole-in-one.
John Perry, first ace of the week on the par 3 13th. Must have been incredible.
Oh, yeah. Describing the shot, the trajectory, couple of bounces, and then straight in. And the roar from the stands. Just sensational. You live for moments like that at the Open.
Absolutely. And speaking of longevity, another milestone for Phil Mickelson.
Incredible. Past Gary player for second place all time in major cuts made. That's 103 major weekends.
103. Just think about that consistency, that durability over decades. Amazing.
It really is. And, thinking about these players, Americans, Europeans, it does make you start thinking about the Ryder Cup later this year, doesn't it?
That's a great point. How do performances here potentially shift things?
Well, you see guys like J.J. Spawn, Harris English playing well, maybe leaning in for a potential captain's pick. You've got the Hodggaard brothers from Denmark. Could they end up on the European team together? A strong showing in a major like this definitely puts you on the radar or solidifies your spot. It has implications.
Interesting angle. And finally, just looking at the stats overall, it really shows different ways to get it done on this course.
Yeah, it's fascinating. You've got Scheffler leading in strokes gained, approach. That's his iron play, basically, being better than anyone else, is setting up birdies.
Dominant.
Totally. But then contrast that with Lee Westwood, who's leading the field in driving accuracy, hitting the most fairways.
Two totally different strengths, two different ways to navigate Portrush.
Exactly. It's like the modern aggressive iron player versus the classic disciplined driver of the ball. It poses that question, which style holds up best under pressure? Or maybe both can work if executed well enough. It highlights the different philosophies that can actually succeed here.
So, okay, let's wrap this up. We look ahead to tomorrow, Sunday. Scottie Scheffler has that 4-shot lead. History says he doesn't lose from here. He looks unstoppable.
Pretty much, yeah. The stats are ominous for the chasers.
It's Royal Portrush. It's the final round of the Open. And you've got Rory McIlroy charging with that massive home support. You've got Hatton, Goddard, Scheffler, DJ, others still dreaming. Anything can happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Golf, especially major championship golf, always keeps you guessing.
So as we look towards that final round, maybe here's something to think about. We talk so much about stats, about numbers, about who should win based on history. But what role do those intangibles play? Things like the roar of a home crowd, or pure resilience after a bad start, or just a moment of veteran magic. How much do those things count when a champion who looks inevitable faces a field where guys still feel they've got, as Rory put it, half a chance?
Okay, let's go.